Is that right? That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Can you guys see that? So pretty. We missed the snowstorm part. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. We're just watching some animals. The Animal Planet channel. Ooh, I'm getting cold. Ooh. Don't want the headlights to come on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on to cover those bad boys up because they are trying to show through my shirt. Let's go ahead and cover up the headlights. The ladies know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, how you doing? This is Nature's Daughter coming to you live. All right. Hope you guys are having a very blessed night. All right. Let me make sure I have everything I need over here, just in case. Okie doke. I hope you guys are having a great night. I was going to do a reading earlier today, but honestly, I was exhausted. So I took a nap. Like this reel that I've seen. I had a lot of crazy things to do today, but you know what I did instead? I took a nap. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like an awesome plan. So that's what I did. I took a nap and I feel rejuvenated. I feel so much better. So I'm glad I did that. Sometimes you just got to stop, take a beat, and take care of you, right? And I've been doing so much. I take care of my husband, um, throughout his recovery from his accident. So I get really tired from that. And I needed to rest. I needed to rejuvenate. And I'm glad I did. So I'm here. Nature's Daughter, welcome back. This is another Zodiac reading, okay? So it is Libra time, balance, harmony, choices, September 23rd through October 22nd. Weigh all options first. Let's get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. Hey, hey, get into it, yeah. Hey, hey, get into it, yeah, 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 yeah. Get into it. All right, guys. So let's get the disclaimers out of the way. Okay. So this is for adults only. Okay. Do not go out and make any life altering decisions based on this reading or any other. Go within, go with God, and be your own leader of discernment. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else to appreciate, okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. It's not going to resonate with everyone because it is not a personal reading. It is a general Libra time reading, okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. If you're under 18, please leave the room voluntarily, okay? Um, and let's get into it, all right? I hope you guys are having a very blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, join the tribe, get a membership, get into it, yeah. Hey, get into it, yeah. All right, guys. So let's see. Where do we want to start today? So the energy that I'm getting for, and just so you guys know, I'm reading for you high vibrational Libras. We're not reading. I don't do reads for low vibrational. I don't tap into low vibrations. Okay, I tap into high vibrations only. So anyone that's cross watching, you shouldn't be doing that. So shame on you. All right, no cross watching. If you're watching for some low vibrational negative reason, you're not going to get what you're looking for here. Okay, so let's all vibrate high. Let's understand that this is a tribe, right? And I would love for you guys to just vibe out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You guys can talk amongst each other in the chat, right? Because this is a safe place. So I want you guys to enjoy yourselves and have fun. Hi, Sue Hargrave, 2998. I hope you're having a very blessed evening. I'm going to start out with You know what? We're going to go ahead and start with spirit news. Okay, let's see what spirits got to say. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, I love this deck. I love the gilding, the silver gilding. It's awesome. You're very welcome. Like I said, I hope you guys are having a blessed evening. I had a really decent day. I can't complain. The only thing I can say is I got tired after I was done with my day. But that's what happens when you're out there, out and about, especially when you're intuitive or you're an empath, like you get drained from being around so many people. So that happens. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't do the burn in hell crap. So we're gonna go ahead and put you in a timeout, and maybe you can figure out that this is not your channel. So if you want to thump that, thump it on your own channel. All right, moving on. All right, so breaking news. If you've just went through a heartbreak, Spirit is here to remind you that pain is only temporary. Allow yourself to feel in order to heal. Trust that this too shall pass. Everything happens for a reason, guys. Even heartbreak, right? That just means that that person was there to teach you a lesson, right? They're there for a reason, a season, a lesson that follows with a blessing. That's followed by a blessing. So don't be don't beat yourself up over lost love. Because what is that old saying? It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. A lot of times, that love that you experience, that you lose, it's a reason for that. There's a lesson that you need to learn from that so that you can experience love at a higher level, right? So don't worry about that. Hi, Starlight Gnosis. That's my baby. Mwah. This just in. Spirit wants you to be grateful. You better be grateful because any moment it could be your last or your loved one's last. So here we go. All right. Sorry, guys, we're having technical difficulties. I am running off of Wi Fi. This just in. Wants you to be grateful. You have been focusing so much on things you don't have that you never get to appreciate the things you do have. Take this time to embrace all of what and who is around you. That is what really matters, right? So don't forget to love on your people and love on your person, especially. I'm telling you, this accident that my husband was in and my cancer diagnosis, that made us really appreciate each other so much more, right? Absolutely. Appreciation creates meaning. Absolutely, baby. What else, Spirit? Whoa. All right. What we got here? We got a couple cards. This just in. Spirit says focus on your finances at this time. Slow down with spending and develop the habit of saving, or at least start to invest your money into assets that will bring you financial stability and wealth. So focus on your wealth right now. Focus on right now, but put something away for the future, right? Because something's about to go down and you're going to need to be prepared for it. This just in. Spirit says, get out and play. You've been spending a lot of time buried in your work and taking life way too seriously. We all deserve a break. Sometimes it's okay to let your hair down and enjoy yourself. So, get into it. Yeah. Get into it, babe. Eh, eh. Get into it. Yes. Have some fun. Enjoy life. Because the next 10 minutes are not promised. I just want to say this, guys. When you live your life like tomorrow's not promised, it takes on a whole new meaning. You don't waste time on things that don't matter, right? You stop focusing on the things that don't matter. You start to focus on only what matters, only who matters, right? Because when you're doing that, then you're not wasting your time. Time is the one thing you can't get back. And it's one of the most important things ever. Money doesn't mean as much as time does, right? Because without time, you don't have anything to do with money. There's no time left. What are you going to spend your money on, right? Who cares about money? When you think of the big picture, you're making money just especially for people that are hoarding money. You're stacking those dollars to leave it to someone else because you can't take it with you when you pass on. So think about that, right? Don't let money be the root of everything for you. Don't let that guide you, because if you're guided by money, then you're being led by the wrong situation, right? You're going to find out that money doesn't serve you. Your faith does. Your faith in the Most High is what serves you, right? And I don't preach burn in hell if you don't read this book. No, we don't do that here. No, you got free will. You can read whatever book you want to read. You can believe in whatever you want to believe. I'm here to guide you on a positive, high vibrational energy, love and light to everyone, even those people that are thumping their beliefs at you. I pray for their healing because they don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand that book the way they should because they're not supposed to force it down anyone's throat. Everyone has freedom of choice. So you telling somebody they're going to burn in hell because they don't believe what you believe, that's not what God wants you to do. That's not what God preaches. That's what man preaches, right? So just know the difference. You know, if you're going to get into a religion, that's your choice. Just make sure you're using your own mind. You don't have to believe everything someone tells you just because you subscribe to the same belief structure as them. You know, you might believe something similar, but it doesn't have to be exact, So just use your own mind. Spirit is in other news. Spirit is insisting that you get some much needed rest, take some time out to relax and replenish yourself. Doing too much has you physically exhausted, and that's why I took a nap today. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to listen to your body. Your body's going to let you know what you need, right? If you need to eat, if you feel hunger pain, sometimes you're hungry for knowledge, sometimes you're hungry for food, sometimes you're hungry and thirsty for liquids, water. But just make sure that you're listening to your vessel. If you feel like you need rest, go out and get it, right? Because if you do too much, you're not going to have much left for anything else, right? This just in, Spirit says, detach from your fear. Mm. Live in faith and not fear. For there is nothing in this world worth fearing. Fear is the opposite of faith. Hello. Trust that everything will always go in your favor. And it will eventually. After you learn the lesson, sometimes you gotta learn the lesson in order for it to go in your favor. So learn the lesson so you can get to the blessing on the other side, right? That's how that works. I love it, right? What else, Spirit? What else from this deck? And then we're gonna move on to the next deck. Breaking news. Spirit says it is time to stand and speak up for yourself. Understand that you are not a doormat for people to walk on and talk over. Neither do you deserve to be treated as such. Remember that you have the power to say no more. You've got the power. Say no. If you need to say no, and don't feel bad about it. No is a complete sentence. There's no explanation needed. No. Move on. Well, why? Because I said so. I don't need to explain myself. No is a complete answer. It's a complete sentence. I'm done. I'm done. It's all right to put your boundaries up and not let people walk all over you. It's okay to put your boundaries up and speak your piece and move on and walk away and let that be the end of the conversation. You don't have to keep it going because someone doesn't want to accept what you just said. They'll have to figure it out without you. But you don't got to stick around and make sure they understand why you made the decision that you made. It's not for you to explain. You already said what you had to say. All right. Okay, these are my two foil decks. One of them is Spanish and English. It's this one, but I'm not going to use that one right now. I'm going to use the other foil deck. It's this one. I love my gold foil decks. They are gorgy porgy. And this one is actually gold on the back. The other one is the back of the box is how the back looks. This is how the back of this one looks. It doesn't have Spanish on here. It's only English, but I love this deck. It's really beautiful. And I love the foil deck period. Like seriously. Okay. Because it's like that. It doesn't bend and it's waterproof. Whoa. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. So we got the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups, and somebody's really trying to give you a cup that with lots of strings attached. But you saw right through the Maybelline, so you're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, and that's a great thing. But someone's really trying to present to you, I'm here to help, but they're really just not here to help at all. They're really just here to try to dictate to you what you need to do next, right? They're trying to take away your freedom of choice, your free will. Six of Cups. But you see it coming like Maybelline. You know, you see right through the Maybelline. You're not falling for any of the tricks, and you understand that faith over fear is what matters. You know, you're really here to do service. And when you offer your cup, it's true. It's coming from the heart, you know, it's coming from your soul. You're operating with integrity no matter what. Because nobody understand, well, not nobody, but a lot of people don't understand that God is always watching, right? So you being low vibrational and not operating with integrity when you think no one else is watching, the person, the one, the one that's supposed to make your life better, which is God, is always watching. So don't worry about the people that are watching. God's always watching. So when you're doing low vibrational stuff, know that God is always watching you. So don't be mad when God starts punishing you and, you know, or stops helping you, because you need to learn that lesson, because you're not operating in faith. If you're low vibing and you're not operating with integrity or character, then God's not going to help you with that. God's going to sit you down and teach you a lesson. And when you get when that whooping is done, don't be sitting there asking God, "Why did you do that to me?" You know why. You know exactly why. So stop it. Operate with integrity at all times, right? If you're going to help people, help them, but don't have strings attached, and don't give people fishy cups, you know? Stop with that. The Hermit. It may be time for you to go within. Seriously go within and figure some stuff out, right? It's maybe time for some solitude, you know? So you can truly dig deep within yourself. Do the work, do the shadow work. You know, dig into your past so you can get rid of that, the things that you're beating yourself up over. You know, a lot of us, a lot of human beings really just, instead of trying to figure out what the lesson in every situation, you're so busy sitting there beating yourself up over the mundane. You are a mess. I'm so done. Oh man, you are a mess. That is hilarious. It's an inside joke. I'm just gonna leave that there. Only we know what's going on with that sentence. It's hilarious. But just operate with integrity and character, right? Because sometimes people are still busy looking their nose down on each other and trying to compare themselves and trying to make themselves out to be better than the next person. That's not what life is about. No one is better than the next or worse than the next. People are just operating on different planes and different levels and different vibrations and different frequencies. Everybody has their own path and their own journey. So get into what your path and your journey is all about. Focus on self. It may be time for you to seriously just take a beat and figure out what you're here to do, what you're here for, what your soul purpose is, right? Get into that. So take some time out for yourself, you know, and figure out what you're here for, because there's no time like the present. Like I said, tomorrow is not promised. So get into it. I can barely see this because it sparkles so bright. Three of Pentacles. Your pentacles are coming in, but it looks like you got some people that are trying to stop it. I feel like you got somebody that's deeply religious trying to stop your forward progress. They're trying to stop you because they're upset that you won't get into what they're into. You don't believe what they believe. You're spiritual, not religious. And a lot of religious people don't understand the difference between religion and spirit. They want to deem it as witchcraft, and it doesn't have anything to do with the craft. And the craft is not demonic. The craft does not need to be low vibrational. It's your intention. Whatever intention you put behind what you believe in is how you know where you are. It doesn't have anything to do with the religion or the craft that you're into. It has everything to do with what you're into. If you're low vibrational, you can bring anything down. It doesn't matter how high vibrational the situation is or the thing that you're into is. If you're low vibrational, then you're going to bring the vibration of what you're into down, but that doesn't mean what you're into is low vibrational. A Christian can make Christianity low vibrational. A Muslim can make Islam low vibrational, and a spiritual person can make spirit, being into spirit, low vibrational. Witches can make witchcraft low vibrational or high vibrational. It depends on the person and what they're doing with that craft. It doesn't make the craft bad, it makes that person bad that's dealing with that craft. So don't knock a person for what they're into, right? Yeah, I mean, you can do what you want to. Everybody has free will, but if you're out here trying to judge people, just know that that's not what God wants us to do. That's not our job. That's God's job. So get into it, yeah, and stop judging people, because that's not what you're here to do. Just know that it's time for you to let go of people, places, and things before you move forward in life. And something is coming to an end in your life with the death card. And for this specific death card, there's a woman, a child, a dead man, a priest, and a knight on a horse. And he is the Grim Reaper, right? But the horse is white. There's a lot going on in this card. So someone might pass away. It's possible for some of you, if that is the case, then my condolences. However, the energy that I'm getting here is there's going to be a death to a situation. Some things are coming to an end, and some of you have to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve your higher purpose. So, High Priestess, okay, you need to stay in this energy. Some of you are High Priestesses, some of you are Empresses, some of you are Goddesses, some of you are Star Seeds, and some of you are Light Workers, right? Earth Angels, but you need to tap in to your power, tap into your gift. Okay, you need to tap in because you are a bright shining star. You shine bright like a diamond, but you're not believing in yourself. You need to see your worth and understand that you are here for a higher purpose. God's got big plans for you. Step into your power and call your power back from every person, place, entity where you left it, because great things are coming your way. Great things are coming your way. Get into it, yeah. Somebody sees you as a fool because they think you're on the fool's journey, but they don't realize that you just have every faith in the Most High. You don't have to look down because you know the Most High is not going to let you fall. Okay, you are anointed, baby, and you are going to fly to great heights. Just know that. That's right, Starlight Gnosis. That is how you find your real purpose. Absolutely. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me put these away, and then we're going to get into the hater deck and see who's hating, right? Because there's always somebody hating. I don't know why. I don't know why people feel the need to hate, but you know, we're gonna figure it out. And I'm not gonna stay on here long, guys, because I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's not late, but I don't want to be up late with this reading. At the bottom, we got memories, missing someone, regression, revisiting the past. Someone from your past loves how high you vibe, right? They love your energy, but they mishandled you when they had the chance to treat you right. They treated you wrong. You know, they treated you like someone that would always be there no matter what. But eventually you got tired of being mistreated. High vibes, good vibes, living to the fullest, enjoying the present, right? Because you're going to enjoy your life no matter who is in it, no matter who's not in it. You could be by yourself. You're high vibing regardless, right? And that's how you're. Somebody really wants me to shut up now. I got the hiccups and I'm like getting shortness of breath and stuff. And I wasn't doing that before. I've been doing this reading for almost 30 minutes. I haven't had any problems. Now all of a sudden somebody wants me to shut up. The hater day. Now I got hiccups. But yeah, you're high vibing and they hate it. They can't stand it. Right? Absolutely. But you're high vibing. And the reason why is because you live in faith and not fear. You're not you're not worried about what's going to happen because you know worry doesn't serve you. You know, all of that stress and low vibes and karmic behavior, you know that doesn't serve you, so you're just not dealing with it, right? And that's a wonderful thing. You've learned to move forward in love and light and not let life get you down, right? Because life will get you down if you let it. Red flags, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. Yeah, you better see those red flags when they present themselves. You need to take heed because they're not going to change. That's a warning. That's God telling you to follow your intuition. So do that. Okay? Mm, nope, we're not accepting that. That's too many. One at a time, please. Okay. Are we really doing that? Oh, okay. That's why. I see why. Blues, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress, tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around, puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. Yeah, that's what's going on here. The blues, scary, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. That's because they're doing ugly stuff behind the scenes. This is the person that mishandled you. They're living there. They have the blues now because they want you back, but they know that you're not coming back. They know that you learned a valuable lesson dealing with them, and it wasn't in their favor; it was in your favor. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. That's what they did when they had you. But guess what? You figured it out. Aha! No. But seriously, you figured it out, and you were like, "No, I'm good." You can tiptoe right on out the door, and don't come back now. You hear? Puzzled. They're confused, perplexed, conflicted because they don't understand why you are like to the left, everything you own in a box to the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, please don't touch. Get on out now. Bye. Keep it moving to the left, baby, to the left. Yes, it's time for you to go. Right? When you let them leave, when they were playing those games, the roller coaster ride in and out of your life, you let them keep it moving. And now they feel ghosted. Now they feel like you did them wrong. You didn't do anything. All you did was protect your heart and follow your intuition. And that's exactly what you were supposed to do. Oh my gosh, I do not want to accept all of this. But I'm going to because this is telling the story. Kinky ways, fantasies, and fetishes, sexually open, looking to explore. That's what they were on. Some devilish stuff, and you were not into it. Okay? And swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. Yeah, maybe someone new is coming into your life with that energy, but the person that you left alone, they may come back trying this, trying to love bomb you, making you feel like, oh, they changed. They haven't changed. They're still the same person. So the red flags, yeah, you'll see them. Numbing, self medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see that the only time they're happy is when they're high. If you can't find happiness sober, then you need to do some shadow work. There's something that you need to fix within yourself. If you got to numb yourself just to be nice, if you got to numb yourself just to be okay with the day, right? There's something going on within you that you got to fix, right? Because if you have to be high in order to function, that should be a red flag within yourself that you should be fixing immediately. Okay? Spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. Yep, that's that person from the past. They are very untrustworthy, but they're going to come to you like, I've changed. I got counseling and I'm a better person now, right? And then you're going to be like, if you give them a chance, you're going to be like, what happened to the counseling? Because you still seem to be the same. What happened? Who's your counselor? We're going to X them off the list of counseling because they did not do you any justice. Wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, romance, and passion. I want to say that this is somebody new coming in, but this just feels like that same person from your past that's going to come back saying that they've changed. They're going to try to wine and dine you and love bomb you. But be aware that it's all a trick. At the bottom, we got dirty money, laundering, still illegal. Yeah, babe, that's what's coming your way. That person from the past that has not changed and they're still trying to involve you in their mess. Don't fall for it. Okay, what we got on the bottom? Player, playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. This is that same person, the same energy. Yeah, you don't want this person sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. They are not on your level because you're healing, right? You're talking to God, you're doing your shadow work, you're living in faith, not fear, the cleanse, detox, ridding negativity, purification. That's what you're on, right? You're sitting in this energy that I'm trying to be the best version of myself. I'm trying to be the change I want to see in others, right? So you stay in that energy and you let them go on about their lives and wreak havoc because that's all they're coming to do. And they're gonna be like, hissy fit temper tantrum. Why won't you let me come back and ruin your life? I just want to ruin your life a little bit more. Come on, please. No, thank you. No, that's all right. We're not here for that, right? We're here to be loved on. God did not create you to be mishandled, Libra. Don't let them do it to you. You deserve so much more. At the bottom of the deck, infinite abundance. Okay, that's where you are, baby, and that's what you got coming your way. Once you cut cords with and release anything and anyone that no longer serves your higher purpose, give them the deuces, babe, because you got infinite abundance coming your way. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So devote yourself to the Most High, right? Pray for the healing of those that don't see it your way. They don't have to agree with you. It's fine. Don't agree with me. That's fine. But you're not going to come into my life and wreak havoc either. I'm not going to allow that. You know? And you are right to not allow that because that's not what you were created for. You're an artist engaging in artistic activities. It's beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So you need to tap into your inner child. That's where your creative genes lie. Okay? And when you tap into that, you're going to find what you're here for. Builder, your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. You're like Bob the Builder. I'm here, I'm solution oriented. I'm here to build substantial relationships. I'm here to assist in a better way of life, a better way of thinking. right? I'm not here to destroy. I'm here to help heal people, not just myself, but everyone around me. I'm here to heal the world and make it a better place for you, for me, and the entire human race. That's what Michael Jackson sang about. And that was a wonderful thing, right? Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Okay, and books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Expanding your knowledge is always a great thing. All right. So practice and books go hand in hand because that's how you're going to, when you research and not just listen to anything someone tells you. That's why a lot of times on here, when I'm telling you something, I'll tell you, go research it for yourself. Anything I tell you, you should be able to find it yourself online somewhere. I'm not going to tell you everything that you need to do because I want you to use your own brain and go figure it out, right? I'm not here for you to worship. I'm an intuitive guide. I'm just here to help guide you along your path, you know? I want you to go out and do it yourself. We're not going to accept that many. All right, leadership. Take charge of this situation because you are a leader. You're a bright, shining star. You're an empress. You're a goddess. You're a high priestess. Tap in to your gifts. I'm telling you, you have infinite powers, right? And you got people that really do envy you. They're jealous of what God gave you, and they just really need to tap into their own creativity because we all have gifts. God gives gifts to everyone. It's not the exact same gift for a reason because we all have a different path and a different journey. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. What did I say? Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Yeah, because there are people out here dying. Yeah. A lot of people don't even understand the purpose of their life before they pass on. So if you're focused on that, if you're focused on being the best version of yourself, healing and living through faith and not fear, you're going to tap in. You're going to tap into what God brought you here for. You know, just talk to God like he's your best friend every day. You'll get there. Trust me. Bad things are going to happen, but those bad things are tied to a lesson that you need to learn, a reason and a season. And it's sometimes it will take your breath away and it will be heart wrenching, but you just got to keep on pushing, right? Because it's, if you're breathing, then it's not the end. School. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. So it's time for some of you to go back to school, college, or just, you know, what do you call that? Not vocational school, but oh shoot, I can't think of the word. Trade. Thank you. Trade school, where you actually look up a specific trade like business school or mechanics or culinary, something specific. Go back to school. If you have a passion for something, go to school and make sure you get all the knowledge that goes along with that and do it the right way so that you can find a way to make money from something that you really love to do, right? That's how you do that. You don't have to keep going to a job that you hate. You know, I see a lot of people out here speeding to get to work, almost killing each other, trying to get to a job they hate, sitting in the parking lot getting drunk and high so they can deal with the next 8 to 12 hours, right? But they hate it there. You know, it's taking bits of their soul every time they go walk in the door. Stop doing that to yourselves, guys. No, Go to school and find out what you love and change the world with it, right? Because you can cook a meal for somebody with love and change their world, you know, seriously. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. It's time for you to make a change, guys. Boop. And part of it is listening to your intuition because you are protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Hello. Tap into your guardian angels. your earth angels. Okay? Tap in. You are protected. The Most High is protecting you, and your guardian angels are here to protect you. Your past over loved ones are here to protect you. You got a lot of protection around you. So call out to them and ask them to help you when you feel like you need it, right? And call out and ask God to intervene when you really need God to intervene. God will not intervene in your life unless you ask Him to. It's called free will. It's there for a reason, right? What else, Spirit? Spiritual teacher, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Get into it, yeah. What did I just say? I can't make this up, guys. I cannot make this up. Flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So you need to really tap into what you're here for, what your soul's journey is here to do, right? Tap in, babe. Animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. And that is so true. Like, we got two dogs, guys. And when I tell you I love my babies, I love my babies. I picked one and my husband picked one. The one that my husband picked, she is a little shit, and I still love her. She's bad as hell. She scratched my face today. And it wasn't like she was trying to hurt me. She was just trying to get to me like, Mommy! But my face was there. And she was like, ah! Trying to jump on me and steal a hug and a kiss. Trying to lick my face and just grab me like, come here! Right? Because she loves me. And she doesn't want to share me with anybody, not her brother, not even her daddy. You know? Well, she whines when I give her brother love. And he is such a little cuddle bear. He takes his face and just rubs it into my side. He does this. He's like, well, he's rubbing his face on me. He's such a cutie pootie. But they just love on their mommy. And when I have them in the truck with me and loving on them, she puts her head in my lap and looks up at me with these cute little puppy dog eyes. And King, when he looks at me, is always with the cute little puppy dog eyes, like, Mommy, I love you. And most of the time, he's just sitting there trying to protect me. But sometimes when I try to put him in his cage, he'll stop and he'll look at me like, you need a hug. And he'll just put he'll neck with me. He'll put his head on my shoulder and neck with me because he loves his mommy so much. And anytime anybody walks anywhere near me, he's like, woo, woo, woo. He sounds like an old dog, but he's still a puppy. Well, I figure he's still a puppy. He's 2 years old. He's more like an adolescent in dog years, but he's my baby, and he's so precious. He gives you that look, and you're just like, oh my God. I do anyway. I just melt. I can't help it. Oh, my babies. And my husband, he misses the babies so much. He hasn't seen them in a month and a half because he's been in the hospital. So, if you have animals, if you have babies, fur babies, love on your fur babies. I don't care what your babies look like. If they're fish, if they're birds, if they're cats, dogs, whatever, love on them. They're there to love you and they're there to protect you, right? Because they'll let you know when bad spirits are around. And there were times when my babies would just look off into a room and bark at something. I knew it was a spirit in there, right? So they're there to protect you from people and things that are around, you know. But some of us are really tapped into animals. And I noticed that. Like, I noticed birds. Like, literally the other day, I was walking my babies and I saw probably about 200 or 300 birds. Birds and geese just flying. And they were loud too. You can hear them all the way up in the sky, right? But they were all heading in the same direction. And then some of them just parted. It was like, no, we're going over here. And they came my way. I was like, no, don't come over here. I don't like when birds fly over me because they like to poop on you. I was like, please don't poop on us today. And they didn't. But there was so many birds. And I was like, that's a sign. That's a sign of things to come. People are going to flock to me. They're going to change their direction and come towards me because they like what I'm talking about, and they're going to feel my energy and need me to help them move in the direction they need to move in. They might need my help tapping into their power. They might need my help for just some advice. And sometimes people just need to get a smile from me. I notice that people feed off my energy, even strangers. Sometimes they walk up to me and they just start talking to me because they need to interact with me. They see my light and they just want to. They're like a moth to a flame. They just want to get a little bit of that positive energy because they're having such a bad day. And sometimes I grant them that access, because I can see who needs it and who doesn't. I can see the vampires that are just trying to leech onto whoever they can throughout the day. I don't really tap into that. I don't like to share my energy with vampires. No, thank you. You can go leech on to somebody else. But people that really need it, that I can tell are having a bad day and just really need some positive energy, I don't mind sharing my energy with them. I really don't. But when I see somebody that's really vibing ugly and vibing low, I don't like to share my energy with them, because I need you to tap into the Most High. Yeah, you need to be blessed first and anointed, and you need to deal with your issues. Because I don't like to share my energy with people that don't know what to do with it. They just want it because it's there. You know, but some people really need it, right? Because they're going through something and they need something positive to hold on to. I don't have a problem being there for them. So I know people are going to flock my way, you know? And that's what that was. It was a sign for me to let me know that there's going to be a big following coming. So get ready, right? And I'm ready. I'm ready for all those who need that anointing. They need that energy from me. And I understand the people that are with high vibrational intentions that need my energy. I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm here to help you be high vibing with me. I love it. Mwah. Right? So, Libra, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading, but I hope you guys don't forget to love yourselves and each other. If you'd like to tip, donate, or support me and my husband moving forward with our journey, my Cash App is in the description. Go out and ground yourselves in nature if you can, but don't forget to love yourselves and each other. I love you guys. Thank you, baby.